Okay, nobody's here yet. I'll just leave this up there for a second. Hopefully in the next minute or two, at least somebody will join me for a workout. Otherwise, I'll just be posting this on the SeriousSquash YouTube channel, and you can watch this a bit later. This is Chris Hanbury, the new squash director at London Squash, and I actually realized reading this, I believe it all is backwards because I'm facing... I turned the camera around so that I could actually read your comments if anyone comments during the workout, but now you can't actually read my handwriting because I'm pretty sure it's all going to be backwards. So basically, I'll just walk you through it. It's going to be, we're going to learn how to do a get-up for our workout. Going to go through, do a squat, some one-leg deadlifts, a little bit of core, and then the circuit will be some lunges, some squats, 13 sets, and then finish with some push-ups. So I'll go through the warm-up. If you don't need to have a weight to do the get-up. I'm going to use just a jar of baking powder. So this is how I learned to do a get-up. Okay, so if you want to grab anything not fragile, not glass, but something plastic, something light, and you're just going to have it in your palm as you go through doing a get-up. So I'll give you a couple seconds to see if you can find something. If not, you can just kind of go through it and just, you know, have an empty palm, or you could even put like a rolled up towel. That's how I learned to do this. So I realize it's gonna be confusing because I'm pretty sure it looks like I'm left-handed right now, but this is my right hand, and right knee's bent. So I don't know, hopefully you'll be able to figure this out because it's backwards, but same knee bent as your arm is up. So this is how you start. Arm is straight, and then you push up onto your forearm, and you still try to keep a really straight arm, and you're always going to be looking at the weight or whatever object you have in your palm. Then you push up onto your hand. You try to really get a nice straight line from one arm to the other, and still keeping this arm really straight, keeping that object up, staring at it. Now your hips go up. You try to really push your hips up nice and high. Good balance. And this is going to be the tricky part. The other leg, you're going to sweep underneath. You can go back and watch this again later if you can't figure this out. But okay, going from this, okay, this leg that was straight sweeps underneath. Arms are still straight, staring at whatever, if you had a kettlebell or the weight, and then up onto your knee. So I'm not going to say left or right because it's going to be confusing. Okay, but basically one more step is now just going to be to stand up. Okay, and the knee that was just down, I'm going to go down, put that knee down again. Okay, still staring at whatever I'm balancing. Put my hand down. Okay, and then I'm gonna get ready, kick my foot out, hips go up, still staring at this, arms are straight. Sit down on your forearm and then down. Okay, so one more time. This is the first station. Second, third on the hand, fourth, hips go up, swing your leg under, up under your knee, and then standing up, and then back down. Am I backwards? It's a little small to read anyone's comment, but I feel like it looks like I'm doing this with my left hand, but again, it's my right. Okay, so we're gonna switch, try the other side. Okay, that's one of the great parts about a get up is really you can work kind of one leg, one arm, and if you're a squash player, doing things like bench press squats is not always the best because you can still kind of overcompensate on your stronger side. So, okay, so we're just gonna balance whatever object that is. Other arm, same arm up, knees bent. Okay, station one here. Up on your forearm, get long, staring at the object, onto your hand, hips go up, leg sweeps underneath. That's maybe the trickiest part. You have to have good hip mobility for this, and then you go up on your knee, stand up, and then reverse. So back down, onto my knee, should still be staring at this, hand goes down, kick out my foot, hips are up here, sit down, onto your forearm. Okay, one more time. This is the first step, onto your hand, hips are up, sweep your leg under, onto your knee, step up, and then reverse. Okay, so don't need any weight to do that. Good way to warm up. If I was using a weight during my warm up, I'd probably use a really small kettlebell, or I might just hold it a little bit longer at each stage. Okay, let's get into the next part. Gonna go in and just hold the squat for a bit, because part of our circuit when we get there today is going to be some squats. So don't want to go in, especially I'm gonna be adding some weight right into squats. If you haven't already done a few squats. So just going down to this position, maybe you have your elbows inside your knees, and you can push out a little bit and push back with your knees. Sumo squat. So we're really trying to open up my hips. I found this has really helped. I used to have kind of a bit of an impingement in my left hip, and now my squats are a lot better just from doing this exercise once a week or so. Okay, make sure you're not actually sitting right down. You should still be having your core engaged, your glutes are engaged. Up. Okay, a couple more seconds, and we'll come up. Okay, now maybe we'll just try a few squats, 2 or 3, just make sure that when we get into our circuit, everything's gonna be feeling good. If you didn't watch the last couple, I explained how I like to do a squat, slightly wider than shoulder width stance. Everyone's a bit different. Feet are pointing slightly out and then going straight down. I try to go down to at least parallel or just below, and then coming straight up. If you have troubles, you fall forwards on your toes. Putting like a little towel or even a squash ball under each of your toes will help you kind of sink more into your heel on the middle part of your foot. Okay, so let's get to the next thing. I have my list here. So we're going to try, again, a one leg deadlift. You'll see a lot of similarities in exercises. Squats, lunges, deadlifts, really important. Have a strong lower body and obviously some core as well. So I'll try to demonstrate again this way. So I think, again, this is going to make me look like, I'm not sure which foot it's going to make me look, but this is my left foot down. And I'm going to have a slight bend in my knee. Okay, and really important is that our back leg and our upper torso is all connected. Okay, so it's not like I'm just collapsing like this. I'm not lifting my leg up, so we're really going to be hinging at our hip. Just going nice and slow. See if you can balance. I like to pick something to stare at. Help me balance. Come on back up. And we'll try 3 in a row on the same leg. 2, 1 more. I used to be actually very poor at this exercise. We'll switch legs. Still not great at it, but I practiced a lot. Slight bend in the knee. Find a spot to stare at to help with your balance. Remember, just really hinging at your hips. You don't need to get all the way down parallel to the floor. Okay, if you get to here, that's fine. So I'm here. I did some hamstring workouts yesterday, so I can feel this already. I'm definitely a lot less stable in my right leg. Does it look like I'm using my right leg right now or left leg? Because it's my right leg, but the camera is reversed, so I can read your comments. Still experimenting with Instagram Live. Okay, hopefully if you've been doing this the last few weeks, your deadlift's getting a little stronger, a little more stable. Next we're going to do is, if you do have that object, great. If not, that's okay. So we're going to try a little core. Make sure we're nice and warm before we get into our circuits. Might be hard to put this on your back by yourself. If you are able to, that'd be great. If not, that's okay. But basically, just gonna place it on your back. Hardest part's getting started. Into a push-up position. Okay, nice wide stance with your feet, and just tap your shoulder. And you'll notice, why exactly am I balancing that on my back? It just makes me go a lot slower to make sure my back stays flat, so my core is a lot more engaged. Not about going quick. Two more. So if you try that with and without, definitely you'll find a lot more beneficial. You can balance something on your back when you do that. let's go quickly through just one side plank on each side. I think it's important exercise to add variations if you have trouble doing off with your knees up. Okay, so you can have a foot in front, stacked, or even your knees down. Okay, I'm gonna do it like this. I try to push my hips up nice and high. Try to keep a straight line from my elbow, shoulder to the other shoulder. But this is fine too. Do you feel more stable like this? But starting to warm up, which is good. It's not that warm yet here. Okay, 5 seconds. Okay, down, switch sides. Still haven't got a new watch, so when I get to the circuits, I know last week I messed up the math, but we'll see if I can do it without my timer. Make sure those hips are pushed up, straight line here. 5 seconds. Okay, down. All right. Okay, I think should be warmish. Okay, I think ready for our circuit. First set in our circuit, we'll do without. We'll do slow anyways. I won't do with any weight, but I might add some weights after the first set. Basically, what we're going to do is just 2 different exercises. So you're going to start off, first you're going to be lunging. You're going to go forwards, straight to back if you can. If you can avoid stopping here to balance, that's great. If not, you got to do what you have to do. Okay, so we're going to do 2 like that per leg, and then switch to the other leg. Think about going slow, going for being stable. It's not about rushing through it very quickly. So it'd be doing forward and back twice, other leg, and then 6 squats. So the squats, it's your choice. I'm gonna start adding some weight in. First set I won't, but then what I'd recommend, if you're pretty strong, you don't have any weights available, make the last one a jump squat. So you might go do your 5 squats, the last one, just jump up, and then definitely will make it plyometric if you want, but it'll make your quads probably burn, because we're going to be looking at 13 sets of 6 squats. So that'll be a good workout. And then we got one last little fun challenge at the end of that. Okay, so 20 seconds we're going to start. So I know my watch isn't right on, but it's almost 1:13 here. So by 1:26, just before, we'll be done our circuit. So, okay, so we're going to start in 5 seconds. Okay, we're going to do on the minute, every minute. So nice and controlled, lunge forward, stable, lunge back, lunge forward, and lunge back, and then switch legs. Okay, and then 6 squats. This is going to get pretty tough when I'm adding in weight, because we're not going to have as much rest, I think, as last week. So even without any weight, that was 34 seconds. We're doing one more set than last week, so this is gonna be tricky. So I'm gonna start adding in lightweight, and I'll build up to more. If you have a lightweight, welcome to add it as well. Okay, 7 seconds. So on the minute, every minute, we got 12 more sets. 3, 2, 1. Go for balance. Worry about speed. See, I'm getting a good workout today too, so not just helping you guys. Okay, 6 squats. Second set's done. Shorter rest and workout today, so if you have to modify the exercise, do 1 less of everything or 2 less, that's fine. Do what you think you can make it all the way to 13. I think I'm going to be pretty sweaty. 5 seconds, very short rest. This will make me go nice and slow though. So our third set. Six squats. Don't forget about that jump squat if you want to finish with it. Obviously, not going to do that with a weight. If you are using a weight, notice I'll use my other hand for my next set. So making sure working on both sides. Make the balance a bit different. Whew. Pretty short rest here. It's gonna be a toughie. Here we go. 4th set. Six squats. Hope someone's doing this. You're probably not typing if you are. Try to get a deep breath. It's only 4 sets, I think. 9 more. So you can get some of that squash cardio in. Don't need a lot of space. Don't need a lot of weight or any weight. Here we go, 5th set. Using weights, careful how you pick them up, put them down. Try not to bend with your back. Don't want to get injured when you're trying to exercise. Rest seems to be getting a lot shorter. 3, 2, I think this number 6 maybe. I should have switched arms. Sun's coming out here. If you make this all the way through, doing this amount, you're already in pretty good shape. 3 seconds. Rests are definitely getting shorter. I think we're halfway though. Very short rest. Still trying to go slow. Focus on balance. Also just concentration while fatigued. Breathing hard. Only 16 seconds rest. Whew. It's definitely harder than the last 2 weeks. 5 left though. That's it. Core's starting to fatigue. It's working a lot harder doing my squats. Almost out of time already. It's going quick here. Only 3 left. Pretty tiring. Whew. Push through. Keep doing your best. We're almost done. Only 2 left. 10 seconds. Here we go. Almost there. Heart rate's pretty high. Hard to disguise my fatigue. The last set. Here we go. I'm gonna go slow. Last set, squats. I made it. How did we do? That was a tough one. Gonna take me 30 seconds, catch my breath, wrap things up. But one thing I like to talk about when you're tired in a match or workout is that your lungs, legs, or your brain. Right now, say most fatigue for me, lungs, definitely not used to getting that intense of a workout, that short of rest. Been a while since I've actually played a tough match. I could start to feel fatigue in my muscles, my legs, my core. Probably also a little bit brain, but knowing, you know, the end was in sight, I didn't go crazy. If I said it was like 30, you know, that was just the right amount for me. If I had to do 30 sets or something, that would really probably challenge my mind more than my lungs. Even though my heart rate was up, I was breathing really heavy. And that's how you have to tailor your own workout. Make sure you're getting a bit of challenge in both, at least once or twice a week. Kind of challenge your cardio in your strength routine. I was gonna finish with a push-up challenge, but that was a lot harder than I thought. So I'll leave you with it, and you can let me know your score next week. It'll be how many push-ups you can do in 1 minute. And you can take a break at any time. The best I've done recently was 45. Definitely will not be getting that right now, but something you can try once you recover, something kind of fun. Doesn't take a lot of time, but very hard to do administrative push-ups. So I hope you enjoyed workout number 3. If you missed it, I think it's on the story of London Squash for 24 hours, and I'll upload it to YouTube soon. And again, if you missed the beginning, if it looked opposite when I'm explaining stuff, it's because I have the screen facing me so I could read your comments, even though it's too small, because I need a bigger iPhone. So yeah, don't let that confuse you. Just kind of look at, hopefully, I don't know, hopefully I explained it well enough where you can figure it out, and if not, just let me know if you have any questions, and hopefully join me next week for number 4. Thanks for watching.